I am delighted to be joined by Greg Sheppard from Visa today, who's been kind enough to share a few words with us. Thank you for joining us, Greg.
No worries.
So, what lessons can we learn from the Italian prepaid market?
I think we can learn that the Italian prepaid market has been successful for a number of reasons. Some of those are unique to the Italian market and can't necessarily be replicated across Europe, and some of those we can learn and try and use them to be successful elsewhere. The Italian market's been successful because of excellent distribution from the post office and the other banks, the price of the market there, which means banking is quite expensive, and the Italians' general nature towards the post office and the fact that they have been really happy to use it where the majority of the cards have been sold. I think generally the success as well is that the product has been a very good complement to their banking portfolio. It's been priced appropriately, so it's cheaper than a typical banking account, and it's evolved as well. So we've seen a product that began in quite a simple format and has now become a product that is becoming technologically advanced, is reflecting the needs that the consumers want from a prepaid product, and starting to evolve. So we're seeing products with IBAN on, for example, which provide even more banking services than before.
In Italy, if most prepaid customers have access to financial services, why do they turn to prepaid?
Prepaid, I think what we've seen is an excellent complement to banking. So whilst the banking market is very expensive in Italy, people are not necessarily completely ignoring it and using prepaid as an alternative. What they're doing is using prepaid sometimes as a complement to that service. So we've seen that over 80% of Italian prepaid cardholders are actually banked. So they're not using prepaid as their only banking service. What they're doing is using prepaid to fulfill the requirements that they have, perhaps as a budgeting product, perhaps as a joint bank account, which in other markets where banking is cheaper, they would have simply opened another bank account. So actually what we're seeing is a set of consumers who are quite smart and are balancing the right products with the right price.
And in which countries do you envisage the biggest growth?
We see the biggest growth across the UK, Italy, Spain, Turkey, and France.
What are the key ingredients for companies to experience success in prepaid?
I think for a lot of the time it's ensuring that your proposition is ideally matched to the problem that you're trying to solve. But I think you can sometimes try to summarise this up as having a great brand, great distribution, and access to a great customer base. They're not essential, but if you've got those three, it's certainly a stepping stone to success. If you haven't, then leveraging those types of aspects, for example, looking for distribution channels that enable you to get your card out to many consumers, looking for brands that enable you to partner with to sell your product, for example, means that you can be successful.
And finally, how are you finding the event so far?
The event's been great. I think we've been hearing a lot about new technologies, which has been really exciting, and we've been seeing a lot of new faces as well, which is always good to see.
Thank you very much, Greg.